Welcome, it's Philip Webster from Switch Your Thinking. I'm here from Craig from Greenhse Technologies, and Craig is going to tell us a little bit about his offer that he's making available from Switch Your Thinking, and then we'll go and talk a little bit about the different technologies on offer. Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure, thanks Phil.
So Craig, on our Rewards for Residents and Rewards for Business program, you have got a 5% discount on DC fans, you've got a 15% discount on LED lights, and you've got a 20% discount on smart technology. Do you want to run us by each of those technologies and how they can benefit the homeowner and the business? Let's start with the DC fans.
Well, a DC fan basically uses direct current, and the big saving there is on when you start reducing the speed. Already it uses a lower power motor. So a 35 watt motor as opposed to a 75 or 85 watt AC motor, you're already getting over a 50% saving. But where the big savings come in is when you're running on speed 1, you're creating as much as 5 cubic meters of airflow with only 7 watts of energy.
7 watts, that's almost nothing. Compared to air conditioning,
oh my goodness,
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, your aircon, if you get a ducted aircon, if you get a 15 kilowatt, which is 15,000 watts as opposed to 7 watts, it's not even comparable.
In terms of controls, my understanding with the AC fans is you have to have a separate controller in the wall, whereas with DC it's just a simple connected to the main switch, is that right?
Absolutely, and that's well picked up because an AC fan needs a controller in the wall, needs to be chased in, it's very expensive. If you've got an existing house with a single light in the middle of your house, all you need to do is put a DC fan in, use the existing wiring, the existing switch, it'll still work like a normal light, and you've got the remote for turning on your fan with 6 different speeds and reversible in winter.
Yeah, and so the next thing you're offering to Rewards for Residents and Rewards for Business is LED lighting. Do you want to tell us a little bit about LED?
Absolutely. Well, once again, it's a huge energy save. Your old incandescent lights, what used 100 watts, your LED uses about 10 watts.
Yeah.
With fluorescent lights, it used about 50 watts, your LED uses about 10 watts.
Yeah.
And with a halogen using 35 watts, you're going down to about 7 watts.
Now, one of the big myths that I've come across that I've been asked is the level of light. So people are concerned that LEDs don't give out the same level of light compared to CFLs. What's your take on that?
It's changed completely. And what people don't really do is they don't look at the actual specs, because what you should be looking at is lumens, not watts. Because you can buy a good LED light that has 120 or 170 lumens per watt, as opposed to a cheap LED light that might only have 60 or 70 lumens per watt. So if you buy a light with a high lumens and the lumens are improving all the time, you're going to get at least a 60% saving, and you can get just as much. In fact, you can get more light out of an LED.
So they're actually more powerful.
Oh, absolutely.
So the technology's come a long way in the last few years, hasn't it?
They have. Now, another great thing about an LED light is when you dim the LED light, you get the saving. So putting a LED, 4 lights in a room is actually too much. So setting them to 50%, once again, you're getting a further 50% saving. And that's where smart lighting comes into effect, because a dimmer switch on a wall can cost $40, $50 plus electrician's cost, whereas the extra cost to go to a smart light may be as little as $10.
So you can actually, rather than having to get a separate dimmer in the wall, with smart LED lights, it's built into the light, is it?
Absolutely, and you just plug in, plug out, it's done, it's simple, and there's no extra cost.
Okay. So if we were looking at average savings over a year, how much do you think, if we were to convert, say, a lot of the new homes now have the halogen downlights, if we were to convert that to LED, what sort of savings do you think residents might expect?
On halogens, you're getting a 70% saving.
So 70%.
On a CFL, you're getting a 60% saving, even higher. Because once again, once you start getting the smart technology, you can dim further and you can control your lights. You can also automate your lights to go off if you've got kids that don't switch things off. If you leave the home by mistake and things stay on, it's all automated now. So once again, your savings will be minimum 70%.
70%.
And even higher.
So if you're interested in learning more about what Greenhse Technologies has to offer, please have a look at the Rewards for Residents and Rewards for Business websites on switchyourthinking.com. If you've got any queries, send them through to mail@switchyourthinking.com, and we'll make sure that we're able to get some information to you. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you will consider this technology.